imagination time. Today, we're going to read a book called Goat's Coat. This is by Tom Percival. Let me tell you the tale of Alfonso the goat, who was terribly proud of his lovely new coat. It had bright, shiny buttons all made out of glass and a collar the color of freshly cut grass. There it is. There's that here. Look out the window. People turned to admire as Alfonso went by. What a marvelous coat, he heard someone sigh. Oh, they love his coat, don't they? Alfonso was happy. He pranced and skipped, and then he heard a sad noise croaking out of a ditch. What would that be? Deep down in the ditch was a family of frogs. They used to live there in a mossy old log. But the log wasn't there. It had rotted away. And the frog from the log now had nowhere to stay. There they are, poor little froggies. The frogs were distraught. Please help us, they cried. And Alfonso felt sorry for them, so he tried. He unpicked some stitches upon his new coat, and using the fabric helped them make a boat. A little boat out of it. Then he took the cuffs off. The frogs were delighted. He just made their day. Oh, thank you, they croaked as they sailed away. Alfonso's new coat didn't look quite so smart, but he felt a warm glow in the depths of his heart. He clipped happily on till he came to a shed. The sound from within filled Alfonso with dread. There's a shed back there. What could possibly make such a sad sound as that? Alfonso peered in, then he saw it. What do you think of this? The page to work here. A cat. The cat was trembling and terribly pale. It was clear to see that she hurt her tail. Oh, it's caught in a mousetrap. Alfonso got busy and cleaned up the cut. Then using his coat, he bandaged it up. He took off the mousetrap and then he took another piece of his coat and fixed her tail. The cat was so glad, so grateful and happy, but Alfonso's coat was not looking quite ready. He clip-clopped along through the crisp winter's day. He was whistling a song when a hen came his way. The hen was upset. She'd lost one of her chicks. Could this be something Alfonso could fix? Together the hen and Alfonso looked around, but the hen's little chick just couldn't be found. Oh no. Then somewhere up high a voice cried, "Help me!" And there was the chick stuck up in a tree. So Alfonso removed even more of his coat and tied it together to make a long rope. He gritted his teeth and climbed up like a rocket. He came down again with the chip in his pocket. Alfonso's new coat was now looking a mess. Still, what's done is done. It was all for the best. As Alfonso walked on, there were more problems still, but he helped solve them all with his coat and his skill. He's not got much left, does he? But look, he helped those little hedgehogs. And there's a bunny rabbit. He tied his scarf around his neck. Alfonso's new coat was now just a few threads, but he thought of the good deeds that he'd done instead. The weather grew colder. Snow fell all around. Poor coatless Alfonso trudged back toward town. The blizzard grew worse. It got colder and colder. Alfonso took shelter behind a large boulder. Alfonso was freezing. The night would soon fall, so he curled up in a cold little ball. But then he heard voices ring out through the night. Someone was shining around a bright light. Here came the frogs and the cat and the hen. He wasn't alone. He'd been found by his friends. Here they come, all of them. Seeing them all made Alfonso feel better, and not only that, they had brought him. What do you think they brought him? Let's see. A sweater! They had made it itself from the things they could find. A gift to Alfonso for being so kind. Isn't that cute? It's all patched together. And so our dear goat had made best friends forever, and he wore his new sweater, whatever the weather. There he is. He looks pretty sharp, doesn't he? And have fun with all of his friends. Okay, today we have a flannel board from one of my favorite books. Here we go. Brown bear, what do you see? I see a red bird looking at me. Red bird, what do you see? I see a yellow duck looking at me. Yellow duck, what do you see? I see a blue horse looking at me. Blue horse, what do you see? I see a green frog looking at me. Green frog, what do you see? I see a purple cat looking at me. purple cat, what do you see? I see a white dog looking at me. White dog, what do you see? I see a black sheep looking at me. Black sheep, what do you see? I see a goldfish looking at me. Goldfish, what do you see? I see a teacher looking at me. Teacher, what do you see? I see children looking at me. That's the whole story. Okay. Alrighty, for our second book today, we have a book called Let Me Finish by Min Lee. Nothing like a quiet spot in a new book. My favorite. And then somebody says, ooh, I love that book. Me too. Can you believe her best friend turns out to be a robot? And that her hat was actually a time machine? Oh, those birds ruined it. Hey, I was just getting started. You've already ruined the ending. Next time, please let me finish. I feel the same way. That was rude. So he goes back home and digs through and says, found it! Got another one. I've been meaning to read this one forever. Now to find a peaceful spot where I won't be disturbed. There he is by a cave. Oh, look at that guy's flashlight making scary faces. And suddenly there's a bear. He says, have you gotten to the part where the puppy runs away? That was so sad. But then they saved the poor thing from the well. Here comes the birds again. What a surprise ending. Grandma to the rescue. And he says, oh no. Back to the house. Not again. He says, what do we have here? Is a package? He says, yes, I've been waiting all year for this book. He got a new package, new book. No one better spoil this one for me. So he goes out there again. He's waving at the birds. He walks by the bear, pretending he's not doing anything. He goes into the trees. He says, here we go. I can't wait to dive in. And look, it's a giraffe. The giraffe says, oh, I'm in the middle of that book too. That's my favorite part. And here comes the birds again. Don't you love it when he reaches the top of the mountain and the bear, oh, they're spoiling the book for him. And he goes, no, not this time. This time I'm making it to the end. Just let me finish. And he keeps on walking, and here comes a monkey. He says, I tore right through it. And the rhinoceros says, I'm reading that one too. And there's an owl you never guess. And there's, I guess that's a dragonfly. That the island is actually, and the boy just keeps moving. And he says, I haven't gotten there yet. Please let me finish. And there's Mountain Goat says, great choice. What a page turner. And this bear says, watch out for the dinosaur at the, oh, he's coming up the top of the book and goes over the side. Ah, I can't hear you. I'm begging you, please let me finish. Swimming across the ocean through there and climbing up the mountain, trying to get away from them all. Look at that. And he comes to the top of what, I wonder. Finally, all alone. And he opens the book and he's starting to read and he's laughing and he's all by himself reading the book. And then the brontosaurus says, have you gotten to the dinosaur at the end of the book yet? Isn't that funny? And he says, I think I just did. Ah! He runs down, throws down his glasses, throws down the book. And the dinosaur says, you won't believe what just happened in this. And the rhinoceros says, no, let me finish. I still haven't gotten to the end. That was a cute story. Thank you for joining us today. We'll see you next time.
Hi everybody, welcome. It's craft time. So we've got some take and makes you can pick up at the library. We are going to do a lovebird today. So what we're going to do first is take out your pieces. So you should have a googly eye, a little plate, this little piece of paper that has a heart on it, and this to make the beak, and then a pipe cleaner. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut the little bird. I guess you got to have the tail like that. So let me cut that out. They're running away. Okay, and there's your bird. So now we're going to color it. I'm going to color mine. Oh, that's a little one. What are these? I'm gonna color it blue. So you're gonna color your whole bird. And you can use paint if you want to, it's okay. Coloring skills are not that great, so it's okay. All right, so we got him colored. And so now we're going to cut out your heart. And this is, the heart's going to be his wings. His or her wings, whichever. So you're going to take your glue. You're going to give it some good glue. And so it goes right here. Okay, so then we're going to take your googly eye. Give it a lot of glue. Some of them come with sticky already on them. So we're going to put it right there. And then I'm just going to make a little beak. So just cut a little triangle out. Make him a big beak. All right. So here's his beak. So what we're going to do, you can like make little hearts on here if you want, or you could put little bedazzle stuff on there, whatever you want you can make for your bird. I think I should have made his head a little bit bigger, but that's the gist of it. Oh, we forgot about the feet. So you're going to take your pipe cleaner, and I gave you a whole piece in there, so you have to cut it in half. And so I kind of just going to fold it and do that. And you probably should have some tape to put it under there. And then you could tape it on the back. And there you go. All right, everybody. If you want to take a make, you can come and pick it up at the library, or you can use your stuff at home. If you have any questions, give us a call. Have a great day.